Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks State of the World on Friday, October 8th, 2021. So what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three, as usual. Now, that's very nice. What's going on in the world? Okay, some main headlines that Filipino journalist Maria Ressa wins Nobel Peace Prize after facing years of threats and arrests in the Philippines, which is run by a guy named Duterte, who is a dictator. Then, family of Henrietta Lacks files lawsuit over use of stolen cells and lambasts racist medical system. Henrietta Lacks was a patient at Johns Hopkins Health Center. In 1951, she was undergoing treatment for cancer, and they discovered that her cells can live outside her body, and they stole her cells. And now the family wants to hold them accountable, and they want reparations for the billions. John Hopkins and other companies have made using her cells to do research and sell products, and her family has been left behind. Okay, now also. A book has been written by Keisha Blaine called Until I Am Free on the enduring legacy of voting rights pioneer Fannie Lou Hamer, a resident of Mississippi who in 1962 became a civil rights activist, was voting for civil rights for all and for the right to register to vote. She was beaten by the Mississippi State Police near the place where she went to register, and she has become a legend for civil rights in the U.S. Fannie Lou Hamer, thank you. Now, what are some other headlines? Pfizer BioNTech requests emergency use authorization for vaccine for children aged 5 to 11. That's good if it's safe. Coronavirus deaths in Russia top 900 a day. Venezuela accuses the IMF of withholding pandemic funds, which is supposed to go to everyone who needs some help. And there's been ongoing refusal to recognize elected President Nicolas Maduro as the nation's head of state, and Venezuela has blamed the U.S. for imposing a veto on Venezuela on International Monetary Fund. Well, that's very nice. We didn't like Trump, so I hope Bolivia will do well with their new leader. Okay. Senate committee says Trump repeatedly asked the Department of Justice for help overturning election laws, but of course he wasn't succeed. Senate votes to lift debt ceiling until early December. Republicans very unhappy about that, but now we have to go through the same fight in early December. We should eliminate the debt ceiling completely so we don't have to go through this every year. Minneapolis police joke about hunting activists during 2020 racial justice uprising. That was after George Floyd was murdered in Minneapolis by a white police officer. And the Nobel Peace Prize goes to journalists Maria Ressa and Dmitry of the Philippines, and Dmitry Muratov of Russia, who is the Russian winner. Is a continuously against Putin, using his media platform to do that. Now, the Wall Street Journal says U.S. military secretly training Taiwanese forces for possible conflict with China. Hope that conflict never comes to be. Gunmen killed 2 school teachers in Kashmir amid mounting attacks on civilians. Kashmir is a disputed area between Pakistan and India, and it's been an ongoing problem. A family of Argentinian reporter found dead during 2019. A Bolivian coup demand probe. I totally support what you're trying to do. Now, this Bolivian reporter, Argentinian reporter, was killed during the 2019 Bolivian coup. The 2019 Bolivian coup was meant to overthrow the President Morales in November 2019, and it was a coup backed by the United States to overthrow this elected man. Now, I hope we get justice for this reporter and help Bolivia. Okay, now, U.S. agency to close probe into Yemen war after pressure from Saudis and allies. UN Human Rights Council has voted to shut down war crimes probe into the U.S.-backed Saudi war in Yemen. A number of European countries wanted the probe to continue for another 2 years, but Saudi Arabia lobbied heavily against the resolution. The Cairo Institute for Human Rights study said the vote marked a blatant attempt by Saudi Arabia and its allies, the U.S., to ensure blanket impunity for themselves after having been linked to war crimes and other grave violations of international law in the country. The council was supposed to back the war crimes probe, but they failed to do so. They caved to pressure from Saudi Arabia and probably the U.S. Biden admin to turn Pennsylvania prison into for-profit ICE jail. There's a Pennsylvania prison has plans to turn this private prison into a for-profit immigration and customs enforcement jail. The facility could detain over 1,800 people and be run by the GEO Group, one of the country's largest state private prison companies. We shouldn't have private prisons at all. Now, immigrant advocates petition international rights body to call for end of Title 42, which allows the U.S. to expel asylum seekers using the threat of the coronavirus. So I hope we can get rid of Title 42. Texas to appeal U.S. judge ruling which blocks state's abortion ban. I hope Texas loses. Reuters says AT&T helped build far-right, pro-Trump, One America News Network. Actually, the network is OAN and played a leading role in amplifying Trump's lies about the 2020 election. AT&T provided tens of millions of dollars to the network in exchange for the right to air the TV station on AT&T-owned platforms. AT&T urged him to launch the station because they wanted a conservative network. That's right. So we'd have another Fox News out there. Okay. Biden admin restores protections for ears, Grand Staircase Escalante National Monuments. Thank you, President Biden. Federal judge temporarily halts Texas near total ban on abortions. I hope the ban continues and becomes a permanent ban. Senate GOP leader McConnell to allow debt limit extension into December. Thank you, Mitchie. I know you and your buddies don't like that. World Health Organization approves the use of first ever vaccine against malaria. Well, I'm in favor of that if it's safe to use, and I would encourage people to make sure it's safe for them before they give it to their children. Children are very precious, and you shouldn't use them as guinea pigs. The malaria vaccine. I was thinking of the coronavirus. Okay, that's fine. Hope it's safe to use. Okay, now that's a lot of news. How about a little music? I'd like to sing today. Okay, yesterday I saw if you missed it. I don't know the words to this. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All day, all night, angels watching over me, my Lord. All day, all night, angels watching over me. Now I lay me down to sleep, angels watching over me, my Lord. Pray the Lord my soul to keep, Angels watching over me all day, all night. Angels watching over me, my Lord, all day, all night. Angels watching over me. I don't know the name. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know all the words, but I hope you liked it. Anyway, thank you for tuning in this evening of Friday, October 8, 2021, for another meeting with Carolyn Speaks Data for World. Stay safe, wear a mask, practice social distancing. When a vaccine is available for you to take it, I would take it. Take the virus vaccine. I had it on May 27th, and I'm doing good. Stay safe, take care of yourself and others, and remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a long way. Thank you. Signing off on October 8th, 2021. Good night.